You need, feel the vibe of this reggae. You my love, my life. This intense beat, the soul takes you.
So from the start, where you from?
I'm born and raised in Miami, like you.
Nice.
Nice. You live in paradise, man.
Right?
So you don't see a lot of people that say they're from Miami, born and raised. You see a lot of transplants.
Right.
So how is it living there? The weather, the people, the party. Like, how's that?
I mean, it's definitely hot. I swear to God, the temperature has gotten a lot hotter in the years. I'm 42.
Mm-hmm.
So it has gotten a lot hotter from what I remember as a kid. I went to school in New York. I came back, and I swear in the last 10 years, the temperature has changed. But the nightlife will always be the nightlife. I'm the only thing I got spoiled about Miami, I could go to the club at 2 in the morning, and it'll still be open till 5, 6. And then there's after-hour spots that open literally around 7, 8 in the morning and go all day.
Wow.
Okay.
I feel old right now.
Miss Kenny, I got questions. What do you do to be up at 2 in the morning to go to the club? Usually you get to the club at 11.
Huh?
What do you do to stay up at night to be at the club at 2 o'clock?
I mean, when you're okay, so I typically don't go early. So I'm sleeping before then. And then my friends know I'm good for sleeping, so they're like, hey, we're here. So I'll go around 1 or 2. So basically I've had like a good 3-4 hour nap, and then once I'm drinking, hanging out and socializing, I'm a party. Like, I'm an extrovert, I guess you could say.
What time do you go home then?
The next day at 4 p.m.
If it's like a weekend, if it's like a big event, I don't know if you guys heard of Space. It's pretty much open like all day.
Right.
So if we end up there, I'll party with my friends and like we'll club and go to Space. So probably like 7. Once I start seeing too much sunlight, I'm over it.
Oh wow.
But once I see the sunset, I'm like, okay, I could deal with that.
Oh
but
wow.
once I'm like leaving to go somewhere else and I see like the sunset, I'm like, oh no, I can't do this.
Yeah. Jeez.
You are so old.
Yeah, I feel so old right now. I mean, I clubbed in my 20s, but yeah, even then, I saw a lot of sunrises, but yeah.
But that was in the 50s and 60s. You know what I mean?
Stop it.
That
Stop
was
it.
before civil act right.
I'm 3 years older than him, so I'm old. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, whatever. You're fine.
I'm messing with you.
All right. So, you do some wild stuff. You seem like maybe you're a little bit of a handful. Were you a handful as a child?
I'm definitely the high energy out the family. I will say that. So that was always me, even before I was like the club kid in Miami type thing. So I will always hang out, always be the life of the party. I always remember my cousins and their party as a kid. Are you coming? You better come to the party. So I've always had like a social calendar. I guess you could say even as a kid that, a lot of people were drawn to my energy and how animated I could be, I guess you could say.
Yeah, you have great energy. I mean, just fabulous energy, seriously.
Thank you.
So how was your family dynamic? Did you grow up with mom and dad and sisters and brothers?
I have 4 sisters. My parents are still married. They've been married for 55 years. So I have the traditional family background. We're raised Catholic Christian.
Okay.
But I'm like, just to like summarize it, I'm like a mixture of like Black, Latino, and American Indian and things like that. So I'm like a cluster of all these different backgrounds here in North and South America and some of the Caribbeans too.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Cool.
So, were you a class clown in high school? Like, did you act out at all?
No, I wasn't a clown, but I was the one that could never shut up.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't the one making the jokes, but I was always the one talking and distracted, and then I would be missing out on things like notes and things like that during class. I surprisingly had a good 4.0 GPA, but I was the student with like in conduct A3F. Like I would get A's in the class, B3F. So I'll get 3 for effort because I'm always talking, and F for conduct because I can never shut up.
That's hilarious. So you went to school in New York, college in New York then? Is that what you were saying earlier?
I went to the new school. It's a small liberal arts college in New York, in the city next to NYU. I chose it because I was never good at math and science. I've always been good at like history, writing. Like I'm the master bullshitter, procrastinator. Like I would be in college, and let's say we get the syllabus in the beginning of the semester. Like let's say school starts back then in New York. It started around September. I would be doing my final paper 2 weeks before it's due. No stress, and all the students would be like, "Yeah, I'm already done." I'm like, "Oh, I haven't even started. I don't even know what I'm writing about or what I'm researching." I was just
That's me.
But I always had a knack for writing, and I've always said this to myself. I wrote a book, never published it, and it's called Daddy's Only Queen. And in that, it talks about, being a brown, black kid of color, queer kid, growing up with like a conservative, like parents and things like that, that did not understand. But my dad was very accepting. So the joke in the family is like, yeah, he has 5 kids, but he would say he has 5 girls. So instead of saying he has 4 girls, that was a joke. But, my dad's very... even though he could be strict, like you can't walk out the house with sandals or shorts on. He's like that, but he's always been very accepting of me.
That's wonderful. I love to hear that.
So, question: since your parents were very accepting, did you feel like you had to come out to them?
I never had to come out to them. Honestly, it's just been like an unspoken truth, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like I guess they already knew what was up, so it wasn't like I owed them a moment. They've walked in my house because at one point I was staying at one of their condos, and they just caught one of my boyfriends taking a shower in the bathroom. I guess that's when they confronted the truth at that time. So I don't think it was ever like, oh, I owe them that moment of clarity.
We have a kid. We have a kid. She never had to come out. You can tell her.
Yeah, I mean, she's 23. She's gay. She at 14, she did kind of come out to me. I mean, she had the conversation with me, and I was like, yeah, well, I'm glad that you know now. I've known your entire life. Like,
right.
Yeah. I mean, I think as long as, parents are, I don't know, they love you. I don't know that it's...
I'll be honest. I'll share this. Like, my mom is very old fashioned, so she wasn't very accepting. So we spent a few years not speaking. So I will say that in my 20s. The full circle moment, we're around. My parents, I don't know if you know Miami, but we live by the bay. So we're literally 5 minutes apart. And so I see my parents very, very often, I guess you could say.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Nice. So did you date in high school?
I was a little flirt. I had several little boyfriends in high school. Yeah, I was a little flirt. I used to dance too, and then I remember my cousin and me would walk to the bus stop at school, and I would back in the, guys will try to talk to you in the cars and things like that. You're in high school. You're like a junior in high school, and you meet a guy outside the college who's like 19 and 20. You're like 17, and you try to talk to them. Things like that. So I was a little hot tail, I guess you would call it down here in the South. So.
Good. Did you have guys in the South try to talk to you, but were scared to be in public with you? Because they were down low?
I had a lot of guys that were in the closet, I guess you could say, or we've had a down low relationship, But at that point, I guess I was, when you're younger, you're willing to take everything and anything just to feel loved. And as you get older, you redefine your standards of what it means to be in love, in a relationship, what you will compromise and what you won't compromise.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, you know, oh, he likes me. Oh, I like him. He's cute. He's attractive. He drives this. So it was just one of those moments.
Yeah, the daughter we're talking about, she's kind of struggling a little bit because a lot of the girls that she's dated have not come out to their parents, and the last relationship was really it was really bad. It was really hard to watch her go through that. But yeah, so she's kind of she struggles with that just because she's found it not as easy. To find dates, to find women that she's interested in that are on the same level that she is.
No, but to that point, I just, you know what, it's always, I don't know, like here we had growing up an organization called Pride Lines. That was like an LGBT group that catered to high school inner city kids and kids in big cities that would provide an outlet. I mean, the Pride Lines would go up to like, they go up to now, even here. I volunteer for them here and there. But I was fortunate enough to have that exposure to a group like that. And there's several other groups in the city. Maryland, I'm sure, should have some because DC is a very big city as far as a LGBT city. But, they exposed me to like a lot of the other, like the gay Black and Latino boys around like my age and things like that, and we would connect, and that's when I learned that ballroom was a significant culture. And so, I think for my only thing is when you're dealing with that, if you surround yourself with a strong network of people that like minds, I mean, the dating part will come much. You could understand the dating and not be, but if your dating encompasses most of your identity as far as being gay, then that's where the struggle will happen.
Makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I mean, I keep telling her it's going to come, not to focus on, she's in college, focus on getting through college and,
but like, as a college student, she wants to date.
She does.
She wants, you know what I mean? Yeah. She wants to enjoy the full college experience. And at the same time, she doesn't want to date somebody who's on the down low because she's already out. She don't want to go back in the closet again, because if she's out, you want to DL, she dates you, she go right back in the closet. Right. She don't want to do that. No. And I don't want her to do that. No. I want her to be out and just be happy. Yeah. Because we're supporting her.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I mean, Rod, it's also when you're being gay is also picking your family as friends. So it's not an easy process as someone that's straight that, we're just friends, There's a certain likeliness of resemblance of familyhood within a lot of gay lesbian friendships that you forge a relationship because you guys basically have the same struggles, whether you care to own it or not. But you guys go through the same problem, whether it's kind of discrimination because of your orientation, discrimination whether you identify with the pronouns that people don't see you as or things like that. There's a lot of things. So even me, even in my 20s, it took me a while to cultivate my friendships that I have now in my 40s.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So right now, as you are, is it hard to find dates? Is it hard to find someone to date right now?
I'm dating, so not for me. I mean, like I said, it's hard to find someone
to keep up with you because
it's hard to find someone that's willing to commit. It's not hard to date. There's two different things. Okay. You could easily find someone to date here in Miami, but it's harder to find someone that's ready for a relationship. But I think with the whole this whole new generation, we're I'm a millennial, so I guess the generation under us or behind us, they're more open and fluid sexually, and they're more comfortable, as opposed when I was growing up, and I'm sure when you guys were growing up, we didn't talk about this, they're gay, and my nephews and nieces are oh yeah, they're gay. I'm excuse, it's just a common thing in school now. People are more open, or I wouldn't say respecting, but they acknowledge it, I guess, more so.
I mean, okay, I'm from Haiti, and back then you cannot be gay in Haiti. Trust me, you will get whooped.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Masi, yeah, all that.
Yes. Yes.
yeah. That's crazy. So, did anyone? So you grew up in a Catholic conservative family, but and I know you had a great relationship with your dad, but did anyone in your family ever try and like pray the gay away, or did you have any of those moments? Like
Andrew Cardwell.
I had that with sister when she was getting married.
oh,
I think her husband was ultra conservative, her husband to be at the time. So he tried to teach me how to walk like a man or how to act like a man. And that was kind of that was the most uncomfortable situation I had dealing with my sexuality as a kid. And I was probably like 13, 14. So that was kind of to your question, like someone trying to make me look more masculine presenting, because I've always been feminine. I don't think I've always, I've carried myself any which differently than what I carry myself now.
yeah.
I'm sorry you went to that.
Me too.
That's not right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't agree with that in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So
Yeah.
that's a different point in life.
Yeah. So on a lighter note, though, you are very good friends with Q. Did you guys ever talk about him joining TGIF or something like that?
Talked about what?
Did you guys ever talk about him joining TGIF?
Yeah, we've had conversations. I was happy. I mean, like what everybody else knows, I know the whole dynamic at the beginning. There was, there's strong personalities. They're all alpha personalities. Him, Claudia, and Al, they had big personalities. So I could get some days were not better than other days,
Yeah. To be honest with you, I didn't know nothing about Claudia Jordan or Al Reynolds. I only knew about them because of Q. So when Q joined them, no, I'm just serious. I'm being honest with you. I started watching them because Q got on there.
Yeah.
And once he left, I left too.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people left after he left, and he did his own podcast, and he's doing his own show at 8:00, like Monday through Thursday. So I'm proud of him. I mean, he definitely followed his own pursuit and passion. I think he just, as my understanding during that time, he just basically, it became too structured where he wanted his freedom back.
Okay. So were you supportive of all that during that time of the whole like?
Yeah, I mean, he felt more relieved, like like a burden. Something was off his, he could finally relax and things like that. Because it kind of was Fox's corporate.
Yeah.
And if you know Q, his mouth is not corporate, and I love that about him.
He does not want to do corporate.
Right.
He has a gift of he could joke, and he's quick witted, and sometimes his mouth catches him before his brain processes it, and that's a Florida thing. That's a Miami thing.
But that's why we love him. Seriously, he's very witty. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
It is a very Miami thing. Yes.
Is he from Miami too?
Yes.
Is he from Miami too?
Miami native. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you meet him?
It's so funny because he remembers when we started like hanging out. He's like, I've always seen you in the club, and you were like a popular girl type thing. And he's like, I was just hanging out in the club, and you were like in the social circles with all the other people. I never remember that. Like when I met him at the bar, we were friends before I knew who he was.
Okay.
I didn't know he was funky. I just knew him as Cookin.
Since you were born and raised in Miami, what is up with the water in Florida? Why are all the craziest stories from Florida?
Oh, I mean, I've seen like cross-dressers walking down the street in a mini skirt with their private parts hanging out.
Oh my!
I've seen like homeless, literally like a gang wars between the homeless over a gas station, and it things like that I've seen.
Wow. What's the craziest story you have from the bar?
The night that it was a full moon. all my friends said it was a full moon. I think I was really drunk. And I forgot what Q had said something to me. And I was like, you know what, bitch? I'm going to fight you. Come outside. I want to whoop your ass and stuff like that. I said, come outside. And then I don't know what happened. It was one of those drunk nights that then like 15 minutes later, like, I'm sorry, Q, I didn't mean to fight you. I'm sorry, Q. It was just like that. And somebody else broke out into a fight. It was 3 fights about to happen that day or did happen that day, including mine.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, listen, can you fight?
My sister would pay people around my neighborhood as a kid to fight me because she knew I was kind of special. I guess she said that was her way of saying, I knew you were gay. So she'll pay them $5 around in the neighborhood so I can learn how to fight.
Oh my god!
Okay, so
that's funny.
Q always says he fights kids. Would you fight a kid?
A kid?
Yeah, a child. Yeah, it's a 16-year-old child. Would you fight them?
Oh, I was like 8 or 9 fighting kids. Like my sister would pay the boys, the neighborhood bullies around the block to fight me and set up these fights. But no, I wouldn't fight a kid now. But yeah, she wanted me to learn how to fight. Then my dad put me in karate and judo. So I guess they knew before I knew that I was kind of on the femme side. So they always wanted me to be prepared to defend myself.
Okay,
so
since you can fight, will you ever be on a reality TV show?
You know what? I'm open to it. I work in the medical field. I'm a hospice social worker, as you guys know.
Okay.
But it would have to be like, depending on what the show is. Like, I definitely wouldn't be on Baddies or something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if it's like a tasteful reality show, and hey, if a fight happens to break out, so be it. But some shows are like centered around fights and all that.
I mean, I can see you on Zeus Network. They always fight.
Yeah, no, not Zeus. Now, Zeus always fights. Even on Love and Hip Hop, there's always some kind of ratchet activities going on.
Right. So tell me, can you hold your liquor?
No.
I mean, if Rod could tell you, if by 6 or 7 drinks in, I am doing death drops, I'm spinning and mopping the floors. So I wouldn't say I could hold my liquor, but I am definitely the fun drunk.
Yeah, no.
Fun drunk is good. That's good. Yeah.
Okay, so now I have a few more questions, more about current event. Let's talk about Dwight Howard. Do you think he's gay?
No, I'm from Miami. I've heard stories from friends in the circle that went to college at USF in Orlando and things like that. I'm not surprised. I mean, he never denied Miss Kitty.
Okay, here's my thing too, right? My first time I heard Miss Kitty, I thought it was Miss Kenny. I thought it was you.
Seriously? No, it wasn't Miss Kenny. It was Miss Kitty. They look nothing alike, baby.
Thank you for clearing that up for us. Oh my gosh.
Nothing alike.
But would you?
Would I what?
Date him.
Date him?
Yeah.
He's handsome, but he has a bad attitude. He's always had a bad attitude. Like, his attitude persona, it precedes him. Even in the basketball court, he's just like, oh no.
I mean, he got money.
I don't want money if you're going to have a stank-ass attitude and put hands on me. Because that's the dude. Listen, I'm going to bow out gracefully. Like, I know how to fight, but if the person is bigger than me or taller than me, outlook, okay, I might have heart, but I say, listen, you're going to whoop my ass. And that's just what it is.
So, okay, if you were to date, like, a superstar or, a movie actor, and they were on the low, down low, would you put his business out on the street if y'all broke up?
I've dated NFL players that won Super Bowl titles, and I never shared their names.
Okay, Miss Kenny, between me and you, okay? Just move away. Just me and you. Who? I ain't telling nobody.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, just, can you move so I can go? You're so nosy.
I hated too, and the pro athletes in the NFL and NBA. But yeah, and there's a lot. There's a lot of them that are on the down low. That they have like beards, like wives and things like that, but they have a secret lover. And I was in a situation like that where he had a condo here, and then we would visit. He would have somebody come pick me up from because I live by the bay, by the beach. Not necessarily on the beach, but it's a park called in Miami. It's called like Belle Meads, Miami Shores, around that area. So it's like right adjacent to the beach. So they'll pick me up and I'll go straight to the condo. It was very like secretive, I guess you could say. So there's many relationships like that in these pro athlete settings, pro sport settings that their partners meet privately, secretly, and they'll.
Miss Kenny, between me and you, which team did he play for? Which number did he have?
I'm not saying.
No, what's wrong with you?
I'm not saying.
I want the team. I want the team.
I know, we gotta try, right?
Wait a minute, I'm trying.
We need some views, right? We need to see. I'm letting you try.
Jesus,
Okay. So if Puffy got out of jail and invited you to one of the parties, or the freak-offs as they're known, would you go?
Yes.
Funny story. I know his mom from here in Miami because she lives here in Miami. So we both have dogs, and I met her at PetSmart or Pet Supermarket because they had a dog groomer there in Midtown. She lives in Star Island. She still lives there, and she's like, you look familiar. I'm like, do I, Miss Combs? Because I already knew who she was. And she's like, yeah, you look like someone my son would know. I'm like, yeah, sure. So I gave her my number, but no, I don't think I would go because my sister, even before I briefly met Miss Combs at the PetSmart, she was a sweet lady, by the way. My sister's like, don't ever go to his parties. I guess she knew beforehand. She's like, it's just messy. It's nasty. So I guess she also had dated some athletes back in the day that knew, hey, don't go to those parties now.
Yeah, Puffy been known for these things.
Yeah, This is not new stuff. Yeah.
But no, I like his money though. I mean, I would like that $300,000 allowance that he would give some of his girlfriends. I'm like,
right?
Yeah, because he gave Young Miami a lot of money and a good lifestyle. Do you think he did those things with her as well?
I wouldn't be surprised, in my opinion, because she is from Miami. She has that hustler mentality. And she comes off like get it how you live type things.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think they were bound. I don't think he was ever physically aggressive with her or like put his hands on her because he knew who she was, and her family's very known here in Miami. Like the Brownlee family is very respected, and you could read between the lines. They are very respected here in Miami. Mm-hmm. So yeah, she comes from that. She comes from a family that they have a lot of connections in Miami, but I think it was advantageous for her because she was getting $200,000 or $300,000, whatever they said on the internet, and she was giving him like a rebirth for rebranding his image, making him look more relevant to the hip hop younger demographic.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't be surprised if she did some of those things and engaged in those parties too.
Yeah.
And even when I did the City Girls video with her and JT, I mean, she seemed chill. She was a diva, I would say that, but well.
Okay. So Shannon Sharpe is out here retiring OnlyFans models. So what do you think went wrong between him and Gabriella?
We're talking about Shannon Sharpe?
Yeah. Since he's retiring, OnlyFans models.
I don't understand because Monique and Cat Williams try to warn him, stay away from these young white girls, stay away. And I guess it comes with ego, and a lot of these athletes think they're above a lot of things. And I think I honestly don't think she was attracted to him. I think she just saw a dollar sign.
Of course.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, she played a role. She's an OnlyFans actress, I guess you would say, or content creator.
Mm-hmm.
This was just an extended scene, you know, and she played him and milked him for that year. I mean,
Okay, let me ask
you
you this.
have to wonder with people like that when they save the messages and the audios and a text message and have screenshot. She looked like she was already building her case.
Yes,
She was just
I
waiting.
said the same
She was
thing.
waiting to seize the opportunity.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, who records phone conversations? I mean, Ronnie and I talk every day. I mean, you know.
You record me?
I do not, ever. I've never even thought of recording a phone conversation.
We can make a video.
record this,
Right.
but that's about it.
We can make a video.
Wow. Okay.
But okay, let me ask you a question. Seriously, okay. Do you think it might be possible she was there to rehab his image because there's news, rumors about him being gay on the DL?
I mean, heard about him when he was with the stylist, whatever his name is, Hollywood. I don't think he's necessarily gay. I would say a lot of these male celebrities are bisexual, or they've had a bisexual encounter. I will say that. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, what's his name that plays the game? Is it John Brady from Price is Right, whatever his name is?
Yeah.
He came out as bisexual.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there are some things about him like, oh, child, like oh, Miss Mama, like come out. But you know, at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a girlfriend and a boyfriend at the same time. So it doesn't surprise me. But I think these celebrities are too centered in their image to ever fully accept or acknowledge being gay. Yeah. So they probably will live in the duality of being bisexual and having a down low relationship.
Okay. All right. So, okay, staying with Shannon Sharpe, him and Ocho Cinco are getting sued again for $20 million for defamation of character and then emotional distress. So do you buy that, or do you think she's just trying to get some money? I mean,
I like the whole Diddy thing. I think once they saw that he paid out, Diddy had all these lawsuits. Once he paid Cassie, what was it, 30 million or 20 million, and the hotel paid 10 million.
Yeah.
People thought it was a money grab just because they were in contact or they had some proximity to him and Ocho Cinco. So do I believe it? No. I mean, I can understand where they might feel defamation, but do I believe the authenticity or the genuineness of it? No, I don't. I think it's a money grab. I think the timing, if this was filed shortly after their commentary about this girl, whatever, I could understand it. Then I'll be like, okay, well, maybe she has a legit case, or maybe, you know, she went to the lawyers and started the paperwork. But this came out shortly after the whole him paying the girl off, and like they dismissed the case, as they said, allegedly.
Yeah. That's been Rodney's take on it the whole time.
That's my idea about it.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Kelly, thank you very much, man. We appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys. It was a pleasure.
I'm happy you're here because I'm a fan. I've been following you for a long time.
Yeah.
You my love, my life. You need, feel the vibe of this reggae. You my love, my life. This intense beat, the soul takes you.